Hi everyone, so today I'm going to show you guys how to draw 3D lettering. Real easy way, super simple. I can make these look a lot realer with the black backing. I can have like a white shadow in front of the H from the lighting effect, but it will take 1 or 2 hours to get that. And I'm doing these for my shorts feed, so they're really taking me like 10 or 15 minutes to do. I dragged this video out 14 minutes just because I'm showing everyone how to do these. On my channel, I share my art, my original style, and I also teach people how to develop their style, my technique that help better my artistic career. And in this video, I'm just going to be using posca markers, color pencils for a darker shades of color pencil for the shadows, and white for highlight, and just some black paint markers for the background. You can use acrylic paint here. If you don't have paint markers, I like using paint markers just because that's just my thing. But you could use acrylic paint and a paintbrush and do this, and that would help you build your lines. What I want you to get from this video, whoever's watching it, is bettering your technique. Yes, you'll be able to draw some really cool 3D lettering. It's like a how-to video. It's a tutorial, but at the same time, this is helping with your technique. If you don't have the paint markers, you can use a paintbrush, and it helps you develop, cleaner lines, right? It helps you with your focus, so that when you're doing a painting or a sketch, all your lines are always looking clean. So right now, I'm using like different shades of blue to color in this letter C, and the light source is going to be coming from the front and to the left side, I guess. So I'm going to have a lighter color on the front, and then I'm going to have a darker color on the inside. And the shades of blue that I have are really off here. This is just what I have here, but it doesn't really matter, because once I come in with the white highlight and the darker color pencil, is gonna pull it all together. And as I said, once you guys really get this down and you like it, experiment with it. Put some more time into it and have it have more of a realistic look, and you'll see after a while, it'll take you literally like 6 minutes to do a letter. So if you're a portrait artist and you want your work to pop, you could try doing this in your work. Maybe you do mountaintops and landscaping, and you can draw like your artist name on the bottom as a Hollywood sign with 3D lettering, right? And just give your work a different look, and stepping outside the box. That's what my artistic career has been, is being able to step outside of the box and create an original work. I believe if you're going to consider yourself a professional artist, you should be able to do it all, and that's what I can do. I do portraits, sketch art, landscape paintings, comic book work. I've done it all, and I enjoy it all, and I incorporate it all. But I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Hey, yeah, I'm a professional portrait artist," but they can do portrait sketches, but they can't do portrait paintings. I feel like for me, a professional is that you're the master of everything, right? You're a master of your craft. And even to this day, I'm still becoming a better artist. I'm still evolving my work. But I sketch maybe 3 or 4 times a day, and I do stuff like this that is not even my original work, because this is technically for my shorts feed, and I'm getting requests for tutorials, and I have no problem sharing with people, my technique and how I do things. When I was growing up, I couldn't afford going to art school. I just had, the art classes in high school and junior high school, and it was okay. But I would come on here onto YouTube to learn how to do things better, and just practicing after watching videos. So check out my videos, guys. I have tons of my original work, tons of, portrait work, paintings, everything. And if you're interested in something that I don't have on my channel and I can make the video, I'll be more than happy to do that. So right now I'm coming on the top of the C and hitting it with like a medium shade of blue. Because so far I have like a sky blue up front. I had the dark blue on the inside. I have like this lighter blue in the inner C, and then on the top I put this darker side. So I have all these different shades, and so far it's looking good. You know, but we really want this to pop. So now I'm gonna come in with some of the sky blue and just clean up some of these lines. Don't worry too much on the lines, because once we start adding the black, and I'm going to show you guys how to use the #2 pencil just to get a darker bold line, so you don't have to, you know, keep coming in and tearing up your paper. Because yes, you could build clean lines with the Posca marker or paintbrush, but it just takes too long. So what I do is I just take the #2 pencil, and I just take my ruler, and I'll create in the transition of the dark blue and the light blue, I'll just put a pencil line between there, and that's dark enough to give the illusion of a clean line. So that's all we're doing here. It's all illusion. And with this, the black gives the illusion of 3D. It's just to trick the eye, you know. So I'm gonna do the outline with the Posca, and then I'm gonna fill in the whole backing with the Maltolao, just because I don't want to waste my Posca marker, because the nib is brand new, so I get nice sharp clean lines. The Maltolao marker, I use that to fill in, like, you know, my larger paintings and sketches, so that nib is all destroyed. So that's why I'm going to be using 2 different markers in this video, not just because it's a preference. I will use the Posca, but the nib is brand new, and I like that sharp clean line that I get from it. And also, I'm using this ruler, but I use the side that's not flat, that's raised. The reason for that is that when you're making these lines, the paint marker bleeds into the paper. So if you pick up the ruler, you might not have a clean line, and the line might bleed. So I use the raised side of the ruler. So like the ruler's raised off of the table a little bit. I mean, off of the paper. And right here, I'm just hitting the outer sides of this letter to get the lines clean and straight, and then you're gonna see gaps in between. The reason for that is because the C has a curve, and that's how you get the illusion. Right, it's all about the angles here. And then I'm not gonna fill in this whole paper, because then we're just gonna be wasting the black marker. So I'm just gonna create a small box and then just color it in real fast. And as I said, I'm gonna be using my Maltolao paint marker, just because, like, the nib it's fat, so I'm able to see, as you can see, I'm able to fill in this paper. Even though it's sped up, I'm getting like a thicker line than I would get with the Posca. Since it's a new marker, it has, you know, that nice fine line that's super tiny. So I don't want to destroy that, because I use the Posca marker for my outlines. So now that I got that all filled in, make sure you let the black dry. You don't want to smudge the paper. You know, I cut it out, waited like at least 2 or 3 minutes for it to dry to come back in. So now this little triangle area, I'm gonna come in with a fine point, and I'm gonna just get a nice clean line. The reason I didn't use the paint marker is because it's too fat, and I don't want to get into that corner. So I want the corner to be nice and sharp, so it's like a nice triangle there. Coming in there, taking my time, and letting that paint dry. Remember, it's ink, so it's wet. Now I'm gonna come in, and I'm gonna do the size of the piece, and help round out the sides of the C, so like that it can have that nice illusion effect. And as I said, guys, it's really good to incorporate this kind of work, because as you can see, this video, like as I said, it's not more than 14 minutes. You guys can do this exercise every day, you know, when you wake up in the morning, when you have some free time, and this will help, you know, stimulate, you know, your creativity. Because once you start doing stuff like this, you can start, oh, I can do, a painting and incorporate this kind of 3D work. You know, maybe I can, I have an understanding of how to shade now, right? My transition. I always struggled with that. Oh, now I can do, a basketball with this kind of technique, and that's what it is trying different things and seeing what's working for you. Right. So when I wasn't when I was in school, I grew up around graffiti art, right? Living in New York. So that's all I did. So when I was in class and everybody was doing, the spears and the apples, I was just doing graffiti, doing 3D lettering, doing bubble lettering work. you know. And then from there, I was able to evolve my bubble lettering into characters, as you can see on the mat that I'm drawing on. I have my original characters there that evolved from graffiti lettering. But if it wasn't for me taking that chance in my work, I would have never created that. You know, I'd probably still be doing other people's work, you know. So this is why I say be willing to step outside of the box. If you've been doing landscaping, paintings for like 4 or 5 years, you've been doing portraits 4 or 5 years and you're bored, just do something differently. And you'll see how you'll be inspired and you'll never have writer's block. So right now I'm coming in with a dark color pencil and I'm going to do the top. So I'm doing the edges and the corners just to have like a darkness to them. You could use the pencil if you want, because once the posca dries, it has like this matte texture that it takes in the color pencil really nice, and is able to give a shade look. But if you use the pencil, because of the posca marker, it gives it like this really shiny look, so it doesn't look too good. So I use a dark color pencil, come on here, just build some layers. You're not trying to go dark here, you're trying to hover the color pencil over the paper. Here I'm coming in with some white on the inside just to give it the illusion. You know, these are the highlights. And you do these also on the corners, you know, on the back side. Because when you have the light hitting from the front, you have the light on the corners and also hovering from the back. And you're just like hovering over here. You're not really going in hard. This is a white watercolor pencil. So it goes on a little, like, not chalky, but it goes on a little harder than a standard Prismacolor color pencil. And then right here, I'm coming in on the corners, just building like a small little highlight on the top, so I can get that nice illusion there going. And like I said, you can have fun with this. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be, oh, the light source is here, I have to do it from here. No, have fun. Remember, this is art. Doesn't have to make sense. It just has to look cool. And as long as it looks cool, that's all that matters. So I got too much fade here, so I said I'm going to come in with the posca marker while it's still wet, and then I'm going to blend it in there, as you can see. And I got rid of some of the white that's there, and I have a sharper line. And this is what it is to do mixed media, guys. Like I said, you don't just have to just do acrylic markers or acrylic paint. Like, you can use acrylic paint, paint markers, color pencil, pastel, whatever you want. It's your work. There's no rules. You know, some people are like, oh, if I use Copic markers, I can't use Posca markers, or if I use Posca markers, I can't use a Sharpie. You can use whatever you want, as long as you can get. If I can take right now dirt from outside and put it to get a nice fade effect, that's what I'm gonna do, guys. But I'm coming in with the pencil right here, just to get a little darker area, and then, you know, get my finger a little dirty, coming in on the inside, shading it in, using my finger. And since I still got some lead on my finger, I'm gonna do the outside of the C, where it's like the baby blue color, so I can get like more of a shaded look. And there you go. If you put, I could put more time into this and make it look really, really cool in 3D and have white on the backing. But, you know, for the video and showing the technique and how I achieved this look, this is what I was able to create for you guys. So thanks for watching Fas Factory. I hope you enjoy. Check out my channel. I have tons of videos. I'm the artist, and here's my work. And I have my own original style, but I also teach many styles and show artists how to become better artists. So if you like my channel, you like what you see, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you.